morning. My name is Jacob Folger. I'm an artist sculptor, and today we're going to make an owl. And we'll start off with a chunk of clay. And you do need to knead and condition it. I did that before turning on the camera. And we're working in Polymer clay. This is Sculpey 3 brand, and I like the color black because it looks good with the finishes I do. And we're going to start by rolling a ball. And this just basically kind of is a good starting point for the sculpting technique I'm teaching, which is simple shapes. And it just kind of gets most of the imperfections out. You can also blend them out with your thumb like this. Just want to get into a nice smooth ball. And then we can start to roll it to make it a slightly oval shape. And kind of press it, shaping it. And just pressing it and shaping it. I want it to be a kind of an oval shaped ball. Now we can press it on the table, and you can move it back and forth like this, and that will flatten the bottom so that it can stand on its own. And further shaping it, make it nice and smooth. Okay, now we can take our thumbs and press in to start the shape of the eyes. So if you press it with this thumb here, it gets a nice circle going that way. And with the other thumb you press and it gets a nice circle going this way. So it looks like that. Now what you can do is take your thumb and press going around the circles that we just put in. It's like, so you can see that ridge that I'm creating by doing that. See? Now we're going to take a little bit of clay and make the beak. Just make it shaped like that. And then blend it in. And that's drawing the clay from the clay we just added to the rest of the head. Then you can shape the beak. To look like that. You can also, you can shape it the way you want, but sometimes bring it upturned a little bit is nice. Like that. Now I'm going to take a ball tool like this. I'm going to start the eyes. So it look like that. And then I'm going to take a small piece of clay and I'm going to make the eyeballs. I want to make sure they fit. Now that one was way too small, so I'm going to make a bigger one. And that's still too small. Well, that's about right. So then I'm going to take it out and make one the same size. If you notice my hand shaking, I get nervous in front of the camera. That's all it is. Nothing to worry about. And then I put them back in. Whoops. Whoops. Having trouble getting that one in there. Now I'm going to take a smaller ball tool for the pupils of the eyes. And I'm going to have them pointed to the left. See? Okay, now I want to make eyelets. So I'm going to take a little bit of clay, roll a little noodle like that, and place them over the eyes, over the pupil of just below the top of the pupil of the eyeball. Get another one here. And I want it to be in the same position as the other eye. And just, you know, let me tell you, sometimes people send me pictures of things they do, and some people seem to just skip the eye thing, and maybe because they're a little afraid, perhaps, of trying to do it. It's not that hard if you just go through the steps, watch the video, pause it when you're going along, and just take your time with it, because it's really not that hard. The people that actually go forward and do the eye the whole way are very pleased. So I highly recommend that you give it a shot. And you can always go back and do it again. There's not a lot of steps leading up to that point. So then we want to blend the eyelid into the head. This is a good tool for that, by the way. You can get these tools at an art supply store, craft store. You can find them online. Wood sculpting tools would be the search term. And just blend them in. And one thing I've noticed is that if the pupils are kind of big, the eyes look a lot more soulful and expressive. So once you've got the eyelids on, you can go back and just enlarge them a little bit, like that. here we are now. And you can smooth the owl with a paintbrush that's slightly damp, just by brushing it. But I'd be careful of the eyes because they're going to be very fragile at this point. And you can also add texture. You can take the ball tool and just go over it like this. And that adds a little bit of texture. You also can kind of dab it with the ball tool like this, and that's a kind of a stippling effect. So that'll give you some ideas about what you can do. You also can take a sculpting tool like this and put in lines for like feathers. So it's just really up to you. For the finish, I'm going to do Pearl X pigments, and we're going to be using antique bronze, and I have it in a lid here. And the way I do this is I dip my finger into the bronze and swirl it with my thumb like that. And then just apply it. I like to do the bottom as well because that gives continuity in the finish of the piece. And every time I dip my finger, I swirl my thumb onto it so it subdues it. And then what I do is I get my brush just a little bit wet and I get some bronze on it, dab off the excess like that, and then I just go back and touch up where I couldn't get with my finger. Like that. Now you're going to want to bake him, and if you look in the video description down below the video, you'll find a tool and supply list, but also baking instructions for baking your owl. And that's what he looks like, finished. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. I do many videos along these lines. Please give the video a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about it. Share it with your friends. And please leave me a comment. Thank you so much for watching. Be creative, have fun, and have a great day.